Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckatini coming at you tonight. And what I got for you tonight is the top 10 Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. I'd like to start off just by saying I just received bad news. Trayvon Diggs just found out today that, might have found out yesterday, but I just heard today for sure that he tore his ACL, is going to be out for the rest of the year. That's a really tough blow for the Cowboys, I'm telling you. Trayvon was grading out as our best defensive back in coverage, our best corner. And I've seen people talking about who needs to step up now. The main guys, I think, Deron Bland, who I've really liked ever since they drafted him, I think he'll definitely step up. Maybe either be one of the two outside corners, or he may stay in the slot. But they also need C.J. Goodwin to step up. They need, I'm looking at my notes here, Jordan Lewis. He's played some this year. Not as much. Him and Goodwin both. I think Goodwin's played about 14 snaps. Jordan Lewis played about 9. And the guy they just traded for was Noah Igbenegene, however you say his name. I know I'm butchering it. He's played about 14 plays as well. So those three there really need to step up. But Trayvon was really probably having his best year yet. Really hate that he got hurt. That's bad. That's going to hurt the Cowboys. The Cowboys' defense has been just dominant, to say the least. So anyway, that's really going to hurt. But hopefully those guys can step up, and that the defensive line just continues their pressure. All right, here we go. So top 10. Number 10 is safety Marquise Bell. Plays a lot of linebacker too in nickel situations and dime, top packages. He graded out at about 73 overall on defense, 78% tackling, which is very good. He graded out 71% coverage, and he had 4 tackles and 1 quarterback hurry. So pretty good game there by Marquise Bell. All right, number 9 is defensive tackle Osa, and I'm going to butcher this name too, Odigawusa. I know that's terrible. I just call him Osa. Now, Osa had a good game. He graded out 75% overall. He was 76% pass rush. He had 1 sack and 2 quarterback hurries. So he had 3 good pressures there. That's important, getting to the quarterback, and that's very important. I know Jimmy Johnson a lot of times said that's your first or second best player, pass rushing, defensive end, and your quarterback are the 2 most important players on your team in the NFL. And that's, but Osa's a defensive tackle, so that's really big. All right, number 8 was wide receiver Cavante Turpin. Had a really good game receiving-wise. He didn't do a lot in the return game. He graded out 75% overall. They didn't call on him very much. He graded out 75% in the pass game. He had 1 catch for 9 yards, but did a good job running his routes, and they were watching for him, the Jets were, because Dallas tried to get him some more touches against the Giants, and they were kind of keying on him just a little bit. But anyway, graded out pretty good there, and he's an explosive player. All right, number 7, tight end Jake Ferguson. He graded out at 75% overall, 71% in the run and pass blocking, so pretty good there. 71% is good, is a good grade. 68% in the pass game, which that's includes him running routes and all that kind of stuff. And then, so he had 3 catches for 11 yards and a touchdown. So it's really big anytime you score a touchdown. You got to have points. All right, number 6 was wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. Had a huge game stats-wise. He graded out 78% overall offensively, 81% in the pass game. He had 11 catches for 143 yards. Had a big game, big night. All right, number 5 will be left tackle Tyron Smith, showing he's not too old. Tyron's playing well this year. He graded out 79% overall, 88% pass blocking. That's huge. That's your left tackle, guarding Dak's backside. You got to have that guy be really good, and he was. And then 71% in the run game, so had a very good game, Tyron Smith, like he usually does. All right, number 4, defensive end, Chauncey Golston. He only played in 14 plays, though, but still, the thing I'm thinking is when he's in there those 14 plays, he did really good. So he graded out 85% overall, 73% versus the run, 72% pass rush, and he did have 1 quarterback hurry. So, pretty good there. Even though he only played 14 plays, I still wanted to keep him in there. Just show that when he's in there, he's playing well. All right, number 3 is free safety Malik Hooker, a guy that I've been waiting to really shine. I thought he had all the height and the weight and the speed to be a really good player in the NFL, and he's starting to show it a little bit this year. Had a good game versus the Jets. He had graded out 92% overall, 89% coverage ranking, and then he had an interception. So very big. Anytime you're causing turnovers, scoring touchdowns, that's huge. All right, now the next two, the top two, really tied, and you probably could tell who it was, but I went with number two, who tied with number one, was defensive lineman, defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence. And Lawrence moves inside at tackle sometimes on some passing situations. He graded out 94% overall, 89% pass rush, 84% versus the run, and he had 6 quarterback hurries, which is really crazy. He was very productive. They call him Tank, and Tank had a really good game. Very, very good game. He was productive. He had really good grades, really good. And the number one guy who tied really for number one, but is Michael Parsons. I guess you might call him a defensive lineman now. He lines up everywhere. Dan Quinn does such a good job with him now. He moves him around. He'll be on the center. He'll be around the right end, the left end, and you don't know where he's coming. And I think that's so smart to do. More teams ought to do that. And, put him up against different guys. And I think that's great. So he graded out 94% overall, just like Tank did. 94% versus the run as well, which is huge because a lot of these pass rushing guys don't like to play the run. They just pass rushing every down, but he's not doing that. He did have a 90% pass rushing grade. He had 2 sacks, 2 quarterback hits, and 2 quarterback hurries. Okay, so really productive game. I mean, Micah is playing really well. He also had 4 stop tackles, which I've described this before, but a stop tackle is you make a tackle to stop the drive. It could be like a third down. You make the tackle that prevents the first down and have to punt, or maybe a 4th down play. He makes the tackle that turns the ball over. That's a stop tackle. So that's all I got, guys. That's the top 10. Cowboys was dominant once again. Defense is just really playing good. We did get some really bad news, though. Trayvon Diggs will be out for the rest of the year. He was our best cover guy this year so far in the first couple games here. So that really hurts, Hate to lose him. I think he was having his best year yet. But anyway, Bland's going to have to step up to maybe that starting role. And then C.J. Goodwin, Jordan Lewis, some of those guys have got to step up too. They're going to see increased action. And so anyway, Cowboys are off to a great start, 2-0. I just hate to hear that injury. But anyway, love those Cowboys. If you would, hit that like button. Share it if you want to. Comment below if you'd like to discuss football. I love talking football. But thanks so much for watching. Please hit that like button, and we'll see you on the next one. Go Cowboys.